So for the past couple of weeks, I've been focusing more on the other channel, less on this one, and I didn't want to leave you guys without anything this weekend, so I decided to put two videos together, two videos that I think make sense. Stay tuned for new videos next week, and I'll see you guys then. So this is wild. There are people right now in the Amazon jungle, and they came across what they believe to be a structure in the middle of the jungle.
Galera, nós tá chegando aqui, ó. Cara, é até lá em cima. Ali, ó. Caramba, mano, será que tem não a cidade perdida do Amazonas? Ratanaba, sei lá. Galera, cansei.
So they climb this place and they find an entrance to what they believe to be this ancient lost world. The same world that Percy Fawcett was looking for in the 1900s when he went to the Amazon jungle looking for it and never returned. And there's something weird going on inside this place. As always, I'm pretty curious about this kind of stuff, so as I was digging around, I found this insane rabbit hole. Kind of connects the possibility of these ancient civilizations having some sort of connection through a network of underground tunnels. And this could possibly explain why there are certain places in the Amazon forest that are completely restricted and a no-access zone.
Existe lugar controlado pelo exército chamado Quadrilátero Maldito. O nome você já pode ter uma ideia, né?
The question is if this lost city of the Amazon forest actually exists and if it is somehow connected to other ancient cities throughout the world. Who built this? An advanced civilization? Possibly aliens?
There was a Spanish explorer who went down the Amazon River system in 1541 to 1542. He was the first European to cross the entire length of South America from west to east along the Amazon. He reported seeing incredible cities, advanced arts and crafts, millions of people, a thriving culture.
My uncle also told him that where the water is very deep, they also go into the water and transforms it to something else.
Now, of course, this is just a myth, but now that we have LiDAR technology and that we actually found massive structures hidden within the Amazon forest, this might all just change.
Pessoal, olha só que coisa curiosa isso aqui, gente, ó. Bem no meio da BR aqui. Olha só isso. Beira da estrada, pessoal. Eu vou ver até onde nós conseguimos ir.
So let's take a look into what these divers found in the Amazon forest, if it has any strange connection with underground tunnels, Grand Canyon, ancient Egypt, and if aliens are somehow involved. This is the page. These are the water warriors. They are miners and divers, basically mining things, diving in the Amazon River. And these are the videos of them actually coming across this mysterious structure. This, if I'm not mistaken, is the first video. Let's take a look at it.
Galera, nós tá chegando aqui, ó. Ó a ilhona aí. Estamos se aproximando. Toda vez que eu chego aqui perto, mano, tá é doido, é impressionante, velho. É muito... Ó, olha aí, galera. Nós vai tentar. Vamos tentar entrar aqui hoje, galera. Vamos ver se vai dar certo.
There's something there.
Já tá as pedras.
Could be some sort of ancient construction. That's
pedra, galera.
Odd, isn't it?
Cadê? Cara, eu fico impressionado com aquela caverna ali.
That's a cave.
Aqui vai rio.
So this is a video from January 11th. This is the first time I think they came across this place.
Ó a caverninha ali, ó. Caramba, mano, será que isso aí não é aquela Ratanaba? Não tem não, a cidade perdida do Amazonas? Ratanaba, sei lá. Cara, ali é tipo a entrada. Então,
Yeah.
cara, é até lá em cima. Galera, é tipo um abismo, galera. Lá em cima, ó. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo pegar pra vocês, ó. Caramba!
Aqui, viu? Aqui nós conseguimos pegar.
Galera, vou te falar, hein.
So this is where they first find this place. It actually looks as if these are perfect blocks, square-shaped blocks in the middle of the Amazon jungle. Before we get to take a look at them climbing this place and going into the caves, this kind of reminds me of this place in the Amazon forest in Peru. Natives don't let anyone get close to it. That is crazy. Look at that. There are no videos of people climbing this place, getting close to it just by plane. These, for instance, are some pictures where you can actually see it's kind of a pyramid. It looks like it has angles. It actually looks like a perfect pyramid in the middle of the Amazon jungle. It's crazy. That alone tells me that there's something going on in the Amazon forest. So let's take a look into part 2 of this video, him actually coming across this place and trying to find somewhere to climb it.
Assim, ó. Vai mais ali na frente. E aqui, ó. Ali, assim, tem aqueles desenhos antigos na pedra. Ó. Tá vendo aí, ó? 2 orelhinhas pra cima. Caramba, velho.
Yeah, so... Oh my gosh. This is like...
Cuidado, hein?
Wow.
Tem muito abelha.
Well, I guess as treasure hunters and divers, it's like if they find something, they could actually profit from it, I guess.
Você vai tentar se aproximar. Tá aqui os meninos tudo com medo. Entendeu? Ali o Francisco tá ali na frente.
Oh my gosh.
Ó, esse é...
Aqui tem muita ortiga, cara.
What?
Ó, galera.
Nah, wait. What?
Mas vamos ir.
Eles fecharam a entrada, cara.
Wait a second. Wait a second. What is that? Look at that. Look at that. This seems like a structure, like blocks that went one after the other. I could be wrong.
Ei, galera. Olha, galera, a altitude aí, ó. Entendeu? Vai tentar chegar mais ali em cima pra vocês verem. Deixa eu virar aqui a câmera.
Now at this point over here, in the beginning of the video, it looks as if...
Ortiga, cara. Ó, galera.
At this specific point of the video where he points the camera towards these holes, these 3 holes and these 3 over here, they look like they're very symmetric to one another, like there was something that would fit in there. So this kind of reminds me of a video from Brian Forrester. Yeah, that's the one. So in this video, he shows a bunch of square-shaped blocks in Peru, and in them we can see these perfect circular patterns, very similar to what we're seeing in the Amazon forest. The difference is, in this case, it's very obvious that this is man-made. And it's very similar to what he also found in Egypt.
Well, this is just one of several examples that we encounter, especially here in Egypt, as well as in Peru and Bolivia. We're encountering very sophisticated work.
So what I think is very similar in this case is the symmetric pattern that we see in the Amazon forest. I'm not saying that this is man-made. It could be a coincidence. So let's find out.
Eles fecharam, galera. Ó o corte ó, aqui era uma entrada, ó. Tá vendo ali, ó? Aquele amarelo. Ver se consigo filmar mais de longe. Galera.
Whoa, wait. Look at that. Oh my.
Aqui as pedras. Pera aí.
Yeah, that can't be a coincidence. Look at that. That over there. There is a perfect fit, as if these rocks have been put together.
Aqui, ó, nesse quadrado aqui, ó, era uma entrada. Olha, galera. Ó o desenho.
So at this point, most people were thinking maybe this is just a coincidence. When they find a cave in the entrance, they actually find some markings on it. Let's take a look at this.
Ali, isso aqui é a paredão de pedra. Vai até lá, ó. Atrás, entendeu?
Wait a minute, what is that?
Atravessar aqui.
That over there. What is that?
Ali, ó.
Over here.
Aqui é a paredão de pedra.
Then right before they actually go into the cave, they find this square formation once again.
Isso é encaixe, ó. 1, 2, 3.
It's really weird how there's a bunch of perfectly square-shaped rocks put on top of each other in the middle of the Amazon jungle. It could be a coincidence, but then they go into the cave and they find this.
Aí quando chegar lá.
O Rodriguinho subiu aqui já.
Galera, é uma cavernona, galera.
Olha só, gente. É o trem.
Galera. Gente, aqui tá uma... Cadê? Olha aí.
Cadê?
Ai, meu câmera.
Cadê?
Minha cabeça no cego.
Cadê a luz, pô?
Ok, cara. Ok, cara.
What is that?
Cadê a luminha lá dentro
Segunda
lá?
mão pra vocês. Primeira mão pra vocês, não é segunda mão. Primeira
Aí, ó,
mão pra
é tipo...
vocês.
Cara, é tipo uma... O que mesmo isso aí? Uma sala de
É
estar.
um negócio de árvore pedrificada, pô.
Olha aí, olha o detalhe.
Raiz de árvore, sei lá.
Olha o símbolo na parede, pegar, ó. Pega.
Atento a todo momento, né? Eu vou botar um.
So at this point, I kind of get the feeling that they should be there. They know and they're scared. Then there's this moment that they record the cave entrance, and again you have this perfect symmetric shape. Doesn't look like naturally made. And then after going deeper into the cave, they come across this very weird marking on the cave wall. Doesn't look like it's natural to me. So what is that?
Detalhes.
That's weird.
Que é uma tocha aqui que nós colocamos.
Yeah, like some of these markings actually look like they're symmetrical.
Aonde? Galera, esse risco aqui.
Okay, so that's weird.
Não, sério mesmo, esse risco aqui. Olha do jeito que ele é desenhado.
Yeah, that's not natural.
Tá vendo? Tipo uma hashtag, um jogo da velha.
Yeah, that's not natural.
Não, sério mesmo.
Yeah, there's something really weird about this place. So they continue on going deep into this cave.
Galera, a altura. E ali, ó, ó o PH mais o Wilson vindo ali, ó, se arrastando. Pessoal, aqui tem um túnel pra cá, ó. E pra lá tem outros. Pra lá tem outros, pessoal. Já que eu vou...
Oh my gosh. So at this point, it looks as if this place is no coincidence. It somehow seems like it was built, but it doesn't look like it was built by an advanced alien-like civilization. But even so, it looks like this is not some random place in the middle of the Amazon. I don't know why, but this cave kind of gives me the vibes that they're gonna find one of those alien eggs inside. Now, thinking about that, it brought me to this video over here.
1973, Eric Anton Paul von Däniken would publish a book that would change the world. Because of this publication, Eric is thought of as the pioneering advocate of the ancient astronaut theory. He was solely responsible for bringing the ancient alien hypothesis to public attention. His book, Gold of the Gods, included extensive research regarding a lost and very ancient city buried beneath most of Ecuador. In the book, he would detail talks with a man known as Janos Juan Moritz, a figure who had managed to extensively explore the abandoned ancient underground tunnel systems. The entrance to this forgotten world is entered through the Cueva de los Teos, the Teos Cave. While exploring, Janos claimed to have stumbled across a secret passage which led to rooms filled with mounds of golden jewels and coins.
So he apparently came across these statues and depictions of what is believed to be aliens in the ancient worlds. So let's take a look at this Cueva de los Teos.
¿Se escuchan? ¿Qué tal, chicos? Estoy en la cueva de los tallos.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, this is definitely not natural. It doesn't look at least like it. Yeah, that's weird. Same pattern. Yep. Brings me to the same feeling I get when These guys are inside this cave in the Amazon jungle. So apparently there's this guy, Father Crespi, with a bunch of alien-like artifacts from this cave.
Este metal oro puro. Oro puro es.
Pure gold, the old mansions. Pure gold.
Any archaeologist who
Vaya, ese es el
has
faraón.
studied the Sumerian,
Permíteme.
Babylonian,
El
Assyrian
faraón,
cultures.
no, ese es el faraón, no. El rey de Babilonia.
Now you're telling me they found Sumerian-type objects in Cueva del Tallos in Ecuador. Not to mention the fact that this is like a hybrid animal. And this of course leads a lot of people to believe that there's some sort of alien intervention that happened in the distant past.
Plaque that appears in von Daniken's book. You can get some idea of the scale of it. This particular character here, I've noticed, appears on the cheek of Chief Mayambi, who is the military head of the Shuaras down near Las Cuevas de los Tallos.
Now, how big of a coincidence is it that we have these Sumerian-type objects in this cave in Ecuador? Now, these are some of the other objects that they found. Look at this. What is going on? Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so can someone tell me what this is? Is this like Bigfoot? You gotta be joking me. So there's just too much going on with this Father Crespi's artifacts. I feel like there's possibly evidence of Bigfoot, hybrid animals, and possibly even aliens. So as I was looking into these artifacts, I came across this one. This is a very similar artifact that was found by a treasure hunter in Brazil while looking for Ratanaba. At the time of watching this video, I thought it was fake, but then I realized that it was very similar to this Father Crespi artifact. We're gonna get to this video in just a few minutes, but I just can't shake the feeling of how similar Cueva del Tallos is. With this pattern found in the Amazon jungle. Not to mention that in one of the tablets owned by Father Crespi, I see what seems to be similar markings as the ones found in the cave in the Amazon jungle.
Detalhes.
Tá vendo aquele cantinho que tá, velho?
Não, sério mesmo. Aonde? Galera, esse risco aqui, galera, ó. Não, tipo uma hashtag,
It could be somewhat connected to this lost city of the Amazon forest known as Ratanaba.
So for the last 100 years or more, the idea of an advanced ancient lost civilization hidden deep within the Amazon has been considered by many to be nothing more than a myth perpetuated by European explorers such as Percy Fawcett in his lost city of Z. But yesterday, stories emerged as one of these lost cities was found. Using LiDAR image scanning, a team of researchers flew over a remote part of the Amazonian jungle in Bolivia, where they found a sprawling ancient city complete with an entire water distribution system, monumental platform and pyramid structures, and also found in the area were more than 600 miles of man-made causeways and channels built by the ancient Amazonians.
Wait a second, this pattern reminds me of something. So when we get to this lake, if we time travel, what? Oh my gosh. What is going on here? It looks like some sort of computer chip inside of a lake in the middle of the Amazon. And what's really weird is that it's basically just on these two lakes. What is going on in this lake? Why does it look like this? Huh. What's going on in the Amazon? Yeah, that's strange. But anyways, there's just too many coincidences. Could it be that there's some sort of connection between the Grand Canyon, ancient Egypt, the Mayans and the Incas, and this lost city of Ratanaba? And could it be that it's somehow connected to an advanced, alien-like civilization? Let's try to find out.
No es un dron.
So I found this video over here.
Pegou em algo aqui. Olha aí. Com toda licença.
So a couple of years ago, Ginho da Selva Aventuras found this object, which is very similar to the ones that was shown by Father Crespi. At first I thought this could be fake, he was doing it for views, but he is using a metal detector and he is used to finding these things all over the world. So in this case, he is in the Amazon jungle searching for Ratanaba and he comes across this.
Agora arrepiou mais ainda. Dá uma olhada nisso aqui. E agora, isso aqui, gente. Era de algum viajante. Opa, tem barulho aqui dentro. Fez um barulho aqui dentro. E dá pra ver que tem coisa aí dentro, ó. Dá uma olhada aí, amarelou aí. Eu vou pegar um pano ali. Dá uma olhada aqui dentro. Com toda licença. Com certeza alguém deve ter morrido por isso. Olha aí, ó, uma peça, com certeza que comprova que são coisas aí da cidade perdida. Com certeza isso.
Now this could be fake and he's doing it for views, or he actually came across some sort of artifact that looks like a Mayan or Inca statue. It could just be that he's really close to Ratanaba. Unfortunately, location is not disclosed, which kind of discredits a bit of his work and the video itself, but yeah. So while researching the topic, I came across several articles that state that there's a supposed underground tunnel that goes from northern Peru over to southern Brazil. Take a look at this. Yeah, so this is supposedly the entrance that was closed, forbidden, and this is the supposed underground tunnel. 4,800 kilometers. This is crazy. So these are photographs that people took while trying to actually get through this. But wait a minute, in ancient times, people could not have dug a tunnel that long. Could they?
Besides the famous Incan road that is as long as 40,000 kilometers, which, by the way, is so long that even including modern highways, it would be the second longest road ever constructed. Good time to mention that they didn't use a wheel, right? Then there's also the Peru road, which extends from the Atlantic to the Pacific. And both of these roads go through the most difficult and diverse terrain there is.
Weird that to this day, these are considered like the longest roads in the world, and they were built a long time ago. One of these roads is actually parallel to this supposed underground entrance and passageway between Peru and Brazil. So it could just be that this legend of an underground tunnel isn't just a legend after all. Then there's also the fact that there are a bunch of videos of people trying to get into these tunnels and no one knows where these things lead to.
Pessoal, olha só que coisa curiosa isso aqui, gente, ó. Bem no meio da BR aqui. Olha só isso. Beira da estrada, pessoal. Eu vou ver até onde nós conseguimos ir. Bem interessante. Provavelmente começaram uma mina, não encontraram nada e
eu tô preocupado.
Pararam.
Oi, gente.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here we have very similar rocks to the ones that we saw in the Amazon forest. This is kind of interesting. What the heck is this place?
Na testa. Filmando aí.
Oh my. This was recorded in Machu Picchu, and as seen on other videos, this person is in Machu Picchu over here. There's no evidence of an underground tunnel in this video, but it is said that in this particular place in Machu Picchu, you can actually get to southern parts of Brazil through a tunnel. So, not sure. While searching for more information on these mysterious tunnels, I came across this. Now this is all in Brazil. And there's a bunch of them. It's not just in one or two places, there's a bunch of them. Researchers think as this was done by a giant animal thousands or maybe millions of years ago. Other researchers disagree. They say that this was done by something else. So let's just say that these caves were not done by animals. They were possibly dug by an ancient civilization. Is there any evidence of such a thing? So while searching for this, I found an interview with this guy, Julio Rock, a guide who worked with the military in the Amazon forest for quite a while, and he explains how there are certain places who are forbidden, a no-access zone. He also talks about how there are many UFO sightings in the Amazon forest.
Existe lugar controlado pelo exército chamado Quadrilátero Maldito. O nome você já pode ter uma ideia, né? É lugar onde está infestado de doenças tropicais, leishmaniose, malária, febre amarela. Todos aqueles animais peçonhentos que você já viu em documentários, tá todos lá. Aí ele falou, o que vocês estão fazendo aqui? O cara desceu de helicóptero, né, o resgatista, helicóptero do exército, que voa à noite, todo mundo com óculos de visão noturna, desceu e falou, eu quero saber. Eu falei, não, o curso. Ele falou, não vem com esse papo não, cara. Ninguém anda aqui. Legião Estrangeira, SEAL, ninguém anda aqui. O que vocês estão fazendo andando aqui à noite? Quem escuta pela primeira vez fala, papo de maluco. Não é papo de maluco. Não é papo de maluco, não é. Os OVNIs, eles não voam por aí. Eles aparecem. Por quê? Porque eles saem desses portais. Um exemplo, quando você coloca um óculos de visão noturna no rosto, você vê coisas que você não vê sem o óculos.
So there's possibly something down there in the Amazon forest. Let's take a look at this. Let's search for... Not sure this is in the Amazon forest. Some people in the comment section are saying this is in Germany. Let's take a look at others. Wow, that's actually amazing footage. Very similar to the previous video that we just watched. I'm not sure if the first one was in Germany or in the Amazon forest. Both of them kind of look like we're looking at the same type of UFO. Which brings me to a very interesting interview with this native from Dakota of Earth channel. He says this native tribe is in contact with aliens, and what he has to say kind of connects with the Grand Canyon mystery of these underground cities and how there were supposed underground tunnels that connected these cities to other places in the world.
The Grand Canyon is not just an American sightseeing location. There are strange and dark secrets that lie within. Some have even encountered a gateway to a hidden world. In 1909, the Arizona Gazette published an article about an expedition funded by the Smithsonian. This expedition was led by a man named G.E. Kincaid, and he discovered an ancient underground city within the Grand Canyon. But here is where it gets interesting. This city was filled with artifacts from ancient Egypt, hieroglyphs, statues, and even a pyramid. How did ancient Egyptian relics end up in Arizona over 5,000 years ago? Is it possible that they had access to flight? But it gets even stranger. The Smithsonian seized all the artifacts and shut down any further exploration, which led to 90% of the Grand Canyon being restricted till this day. The canyon is home to numerous hidden caves and tunnels, many holding ancient treasures and technologies. Many adventurers used to report seeing strange lights and sounds coming from these depths. The Hopi tribe, a tribe native to the region, speak of sacred underground cities known as the Sipapu. These cities are believed to be gateways to the underworld.
Now, from all of this Grand Canyon mystery, there are two things that actually happened. The Hopi tribe actually talks about these underground cities, and the Arizona Gazette actually published this article in 1909, but the rest was never proven. Now, this is where this interview with this native comes in. This was published by Dakota of Earth in 2021 in Sonora, Mexico. Check this out.
This town, a lot of people are in communication with extraterrestrials. A lot of people, and it's very common.
In contact with them, how? Like through taking like medicine or just normal?
Just normal. His uncle who made this for us, he's all the time. If there's something, I don't know, a motor or something that needs to be repaired, and nobody knows how to repair it, they go to him, and when he dreams, they come to him, and they tell him how to fix it, and he fixes it. And Pancho's father, he's traveling all of his life with them. They come and they take him to other planets, they train him, they cure him, they show him things. And a lot of people here are like this.
Says that the uncle also told them that where the water is very deep, they also go into the water and transforms into something else. Sometimes under the little boat, they would see like a huge circle, underneath it.
No son delfines ni era ni mantarraya grande, era un círculo grande.
It's curious how many of these tribes all over the world talk about seeing the same thing. UFOs, aliens, and how they possibly helped build some of these ancient sites.
Não, mas folheia aqui, vai. Vê se vocês já viram algum ser desses aqui. É só uma curiosidade, gente. Pode folhear se quiser. Isso aqui você já viu alguma coisa assim?
Esse chama-se Mayushibu.
Isso aqui?
Sim. Mancunawabu.
Sério?
Mancunawabu é um que mora debaixo da terra.
Eu falei, eles nem entendem o conceito de alienígena.
São Nainawayushibu, quer dizer, pessoas morrem e fica eles naquele vagando nesse mundo.
Ah, desse jeito aqui?
Sim.
Now, I'm not sure if the divers actually came across Ratanaba, the lost city. There's something really weird about this place, and I'm not sure what it is. But if we take a look into the LiDAR findings of these massive constructions and structures hidden within the Amazon forest, the Grand Canyon mystery, the ancient Egyptian pyramids, and these drilled holes that we can find in these pyramids, also in Peru, and many other ancient constructions, it all kind of connects. Is it possible that there were ancient advanced civilizations that helped build these places? If so, the question is, where are they now? So there's this man that uploaded a video recently, and he talks about this mysterious loud boom that he heard, and He uploaded a video, it went viral, a lot of people are talking about it, then other videos started popping up of the same phenomena, and all of a sudden he's silenced. Something very similar to what happened to Andrew Dawson a couple of years ago.
Hey guys, I just want to give you an update.
And then all of a sudden you got this guy with a very similar situation that he witnessed this loud boom in the sky, and he talks about it, and all of a sudden he's being like, I don't know, you guys have to watch this.
It's come to my attention that the videos I made about the mysterious boom sound may have caused some unexpected concerns and consequences.
There's an entire story to this situation that's getting creepier and creepier by the day, and we're going to be covering that in this video. So the thing is, the deeper I went into this mysterious loud boom thing, this phenomena that's been happening for quite some time now, no one knows what it is, no one has any idea what it is, right? The more I dig into this, the deeper it goes, and it's quite sinister. So to understand this story, we have to understand first what these mysterious booms sound like. Where are they happening? We're gonna map them to see if there's any connection. When did they start? And could there be any crazy connection to what's happening right now? So his name is Aaron's Bit of Everything. This is his TikTok page. His name is Aaron Belk. He uploaded this video 5 days ago. Take a look at this.
We are not supposed to talk about the booms. Evidently, there's a lot more booms going around than I first realized. I thought it was just here local to Rigby, Idaho, but it's not. Shortly after posting my video about the booms, I have a law enforcement friend. I'm not going to say if it's state level or county level, but he came over to my house and said, hey, Aaron, it'd be a good idea to pull the video you posted about the booms and not talk about it anymore.
Huh.
He didn't tell me if he knew what they were or what they were doing it for, but he says as an agency, they've been told to deny, deflect, and diffuse. So they don't want it to be talked about. Now, I'm not crazy into theories, but my officer friend did tell me about a local amateur seismologist that contacted the news and gave him a story about he set up several different seismology detectors around the area, and he was going to run a story on it. And shortly thereafter, before they could actually run the story, he had a heart attack and he's gone. So that got me thinking that there's something going on with these booms that we're not supposed to know about. So if I stop making videos, guys, you'll know why.
Well, the thing is, his next video is even weirder, and we're gonna get into that in just a few minutes, but I think it would be important to show you guys what these mysterious booms may sound like if you don't have any idea. If you do, I'm going to show you a quick compilation and places that this has been happening recently and in the past decade. We're gonna list them, and then let's go back to this guy's story, which is quite unnerving. So this is coming in from Whirlad 2000, and this was in Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken. Put it in 2023. Let's take notes of this. And then there's this video coming in from Heidi Bear 5. This was in Colorado Springs. This was this year, actually. This was in February. Let's check this out.
Listen. Whoa. Stay inside, baby. What the f is that? Please tell me you guys hear this. Wait for it.
That's weird. So this was in Colorado Springs, the US, 2024. And then you got this video from Irish Hat Guy, but the video was deleted. So let's play this one. So this was in Ireland in 2023. So we also have this amazing video coming from the Gift Laker in Conklin, Alberta, Canada, 2012. Huh. You got this one coming in from Spain, from Trapega, Spain. What the heck is this? Okay, so right now I'm feeling as if he's gonna get abducted by aliens. Whatever that is, it's really loud. It seems as if he's very close to it. This is in Trapega, Spain. Let's keep that in mind. So the question is, where is this coming from? Everyone that records this is looking at the sky. If it's coming from the sky, what the heck is this? It's like the sky is hiding something from us, something big. So we're going to be taking a look at some of the theories to what this mysterious phenomenon could be. And when it started, I think this is important, and why it may be happening. But the thing is, let's just finish tracking, I think it's important, some of the other places that this is happening. And not only that, there are some of these videos. This next video I'm going to show you guys is a head scratcher because the sound is different. Wow. I can hear loud booming sounds and what sounds like a trumpet. That's crazy. What is that? This has got to be one of the most sinister videos I've seen when it comes to this phenomenon. So this was in Mexico. Let's take notes here. This was in Mexico. So this was in Guadalajara, Mexico in 2020. We also have it happening in Sweden. Now we also have it in Ecuador. It's like an airplane, but it doesn't stop. It never stops. Yeah, it could be an airplane in this case, but I'm not sure. It's like an endless airplane. This was in the US. You have the sound, but you have this phenomenon, this light phenomenon happening in the horizon. This suggests that this could be coming from underground. Check this out.
Do you hear that? You see it? Look at this light. It's crazy. I don't know if you can hear that. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and this has been happening almost every single night with this light in the sky.
That's really weird. Either this is something else, or it could be related to the same phenomenon, which is kind of weird. But what I've noticed is that this usually happens at night. And then we got also one happening in the Czech Republic. Coming in from Stu Helm Food Fan in Asheville, North Carolina. Also from Cooper's 204 in Manitoba, Canada.
That's trippy. It's loud. It's even got my dogs barking. It's even got my rabbits standing up. Check them out. That's scary. Holy.
And then we got Aaron Belk, who's been hearing these booms in Idaho, in Rigby, Idaho. Let's take notes of that. Conklin, Canada, 2012. And then we got Aaron Belk, which is right now going viral because of this massive strange story. So we watched the first video where he talks about the booms and we're not supposed to talk about them. And then he explained, this is his next video. Look at that.
The videos I made about the mysterious boom sounds may have caused some unexpected concerns and consequences. I'm making this video to set the record straight and clear up any rumors and misinformation. I was recently contacted by some well-educated scientists who explained the whole boom phenomenon. First, the booms that we are hearing and feeling are not new. In fact, they've been happening for hundreds of years, and they are just part of nature. In fact, there are several natural causes that produce the boom sound. A few of these natural and normal causes are as follows. 1. Skyquakes, which is basically lightning without a flash. As the atmosphere rubs together, it creates molecular tension, which builds up and gets released as a soundburst, or a boom. 2. Normal lightning. Just because you didn't see the flash, didn't mean it didn't happen. Plus, sound travels slower than light, so you wouldn't see anything by the time you heard it. 3. Small seismic activity. Now, the reason these booms seem like they're happening more frequently is because of social media, exaggerating the natural phenomenon. Another reason people actually hear more today than they did before is because society as a whole has become much quieter.
So this is really weird, right? It really feels as if this is an Andrew Dawson episode happening all over again. And then he makes a video showing how you can produce booms.
I've been talking a lot about the booms.
So it's kind of, I don't know what's going on here. This is really weird. And then he's not giving up on the booms. And then he, what?
The booms coming from underground. We made it to the end of the road, but we gotta go clear up there. And that's why we brought the quads. Well, we're pretty close to the pin.
So it seems like he's gonna investigate the booms that were happening in Idaho. I mean, like, come on. He was super curious about it. And then it seems like someone tried to silence him. And he makes a video about it. Like, someone tells him to make a video about it, but he's still curious about it, right?
And we're as far as the road goes. The pin is actually a half a mile that way into the mountain and up. But it's kind of funny. If you pan this way, I'll show you. You can see it now. There's a welded door going into the mountain.
What?
We don't know what's in there, but straight that way is where the booms are coming from. I originally thought this door was welded shut, but upon closer inspection, it somehow locked on the inside. But there's lots of traffic coming up through here, and there's noise. You can hear something.
It sounds like something's driving, like a four-wheeler or
a motor.
There's an engine running in there.
To get here, we had to drive about 20 miles on a dirt road after we left the main highway. It was a long ways out there, and once we'd been out there, kind of checked it out, on the way back, we got to the truck, and we noticed a bunch of quads zipping down the trail we just came from. and we got out of there pretty quick. We didn't want anything to do with them. Not sure who they were. It was kind of made me nervous.
Okay, that's weird. Booms. What?
It's kind of interesting. Now we've been talking about the booms for a couple days. I haven't heard a single one in my area. Other people in other places have continued to hear them, but they just kind of stopped here for some reason. And I did find out a little bit more about that sealed door. To some locals about this door, we found out that it's just rusted or wedged shut, and we're able to pry it open. And it was just a big empty rock room. The guy that built this was convinced that there's going to be an alien invasion. So back in the 50s or 60s, he carved out a hole in the mountain to survive the invasion. So it's really weird to me that the booms are in this area, and people that live in this area were convinced that there's going to be an alien invasion. All the locals know about this guy. I guess he was a little bit nuts.
Okay, so this is weird. I don't know about this door. Do you have any idea what this door is? This is supposed to be in Idaho. Leave a comment. It seems as if it was a passageway to somewhere and maybe someone just closed it, and it looks as if it's just a small space inside. I could be wrong, but I don't know. This is weird. So this is his last video. I hope he uploads more videos or updates on this situation, because this is really, really interesting and at the same time quite bizarre. These booms have been happening for quite a while now. No one knows what they are. Now, if we search for these mysterious booms, what mysterious in the sky? They're coined as skyquakes, right? There are a couple of theories. Gases released from lake sediments, distant storms, thunder cracking over the ocean. If we search for skyquakes, what do we have? So there's like several ideas. They're lost. No one knows what these things are. Now we have different theories on what it is, like sonic booms, storm waves, ignition of methane gas, geomagnetic storms. Let's take a look at this list. Let's see if this has anything to do with the bizarre lights in the sky, because in my previous video I told you guys that it might actually have something to do with the lights in the sky, the mysterious objects in the sky. Is that it seems that they're showing up mostly where we have these power plants, right? And so let's just take a look at this. For instance, let's take a look at Conklin, Canada. Nothing to do with the power plants, at least not the official ones. And then we got Trampega, Spain. What do we have here? It's offline. It's really close, isn't it? Let's just see another one. Guadalajara, Mexico. No, we have nothing like that in Guadalajara. I don't think there's nothing to do with that, with the power plants at least. Also the Seneca guns that started back in the 1800s in Lake Seneca in New York. These booming sounds that people have been hearing for, 200 years, maybe more. And no one knows what it is to this day. But by all of these videos that we just watched of this mysterious phenomenon, the feeling I get, the sensation I get, is that this is possibly something that is being built. The question is, what is being built for 200 years now? Who is building this for 200 years now? Not only that, it sounds as if it's massive. It's not something that's a small tunnel. It sounds like it's something really, really massive. We've never been able to dig deeper than 12 kilometers, as I understand. Maybe we did, but it's something like 20 kilometers. So the Earth's core is about 6,371 kilometers below the surface. That is absolutely massive. And as I understand, we're talking about 4,000 miles deep into the Earth's core to reach the Earth's core, right? So we've never been able to dig deeper than 20 kilometers. We have absolutely no idea of what's going on inside Earth. Wait a minute. Didn't they find out that we have massive blobs, continent-sized blobs inside Earth that they don't know how or why or what they are? It was a massive blob, a space that was found inside Earth the size of a continent or even bigger. Researchers peering into Earth's interior found 2 continent-sized structures that upend our picture of the mantle. What could their existence mean for us? This is it. So it's kind of curious because these blob-sized these spaces inside Earth's mantle, they're not where the sounds are being heard. For instance, in Canada, or we have Spain there, even though we do have Spain. Now what's really weird is that we don't have this sound happening in Australia. We mostly do not have it happening in South America. We mostly have this happening in the Northern Hemisphere, which is curious. So I was trying to find a relation between the tunnels that were being built in the 1800s because of the Seneca gun phenomena. This is where this phenomena kind of started being reported in the 1800s, right? It happened in many countries like India, Japan, and many others, and I was looking at it, and it seems that all these countries started building tunnels in the 1800s where this phenomena started. So it could have some sort of relation to the tunnels being built. But I looked into the tunnels. They are big, but they're not massive. So I'm not exactly sure it has anything to do with this, unless there were other types of construction or tunnels being built in the 1800s that we have absolutely no idea. But still, I continued to research, and this is what I found. We had a series of powerful earthquakes in the United States in the 1800s called the New Madrid earthquakes. And then we got the comet in 1811 also. It's visible to the naked eye for over 8 months. So we had this comet visible to the naked eye over 8 months. In the 1811, we had the New Madrid earthquakes in 1811, with which was oh my gosh. So these 2 last years, we experienced significant seismic activity alongside notable comet appearances. So this is really weird. What it looks like, to me at least, is that we have a line here, a very clear line. Over here. We had intensity, right? So this is an intensity map that I built based on the places where this phenomenon was louder. And let's just say this is an underground construction of some sort, then these places are larger underground. Now the question is, who is building this since the 1800s, and for what? And is this an underground construction? Is this human? Is this non-human? There's also the 4chan thing, where there's a supposed leaker that says that there are alien bases under the ocean in certain places. So this is a map where I added the location of these supposed alien bases under the ocean. Could it have anything to do with this? I'm not sure, but it's strange, isn't it? And it seems that the deeper we go into this, the more we know nothing about it. It's wild. I want to know your take. What do you think is going on here? Do you think that this could be another Andrew Dawson situation, and we should follow Aaron Belk and closely to see what's going on here? Or do you think that it could be fake just for views? Because Andrew Dawson was just like this. A lot of people thought it was fake for views for a big while. And then all of a sudden he went missing, and then his obituary came out. And I'm not saying that this is going to happen with Aaron Belk. It's just that there's something weird about it, right? So let me know, what do you think is going on? What do you think these booms are? And have you ever heard about them, or have you ever heard one yourself? Leave a comment. What do you think is going on here? Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Smash that like button and that notification button.